Senate and the House of Representatives have for the second time extended the implementation of the capital component of the 2024 budget to December 31, 2025, sparking renewed criticism against President Bola Tinubu and the National Assembly. Economists, financial experts, and the organized private sector have described the repeated extensions as evidence of poor execution capacity by ministries, departments, and agencies. Others argue the move may undermine fiscal discipline and complicate tracking of budget performance. The Deputy Senate President Baru Jibri, who presided over the plenary, announced extension of the appropriation bill following its first, second, and third reading expeditious passage. The appropriation bill was considered at the Senate Committee on Supply. Addressing lawmakers at the session, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, noted that the extension of the budget is necessary because the capital component of the 2024 budget has not been sufficiently implemented. The president's justification at the time was to enable the executive arm to complete ongoing capital projects and optimize budgetary allocations. That extension was granted after extensive debate and consideration by both chambers of the National Assembly. This extension, this extension of the 2024 budget up till December 31, 2025, do you think it's a good call according to the reasons that have been given from the National Assembly?
It is not, and it is not necessary to be extended. See, I tell people, because it has nothing to do with the ones that will enter into the pocket of the National Assembly. Because one thing that I know for sure is that the National Assembly, if you ask me today, National Assembly does not care about Nigerians. Believe you me, before, you see why they are doing this whole thing is because before you become a member, whether be it the local government councillor or the House of Assembly member, before you become a member before now, you'll be at your own home, and people will come looking for you, sir, that you are qualified for this position. But because it is no longer that way, now instead of election, we're now doing selection, where you select yourself by yourself and want to present yourself there. Are you telling me that this budget is not a compulsory thing? Are you telling me that this budget thing that they are extending is not supposed to promote Nigeria as a country and the economy? Are you telling me that this same budget that they are pushing would not help us to develop and improve the life of the minor? Are you telling me including education and other parts? But because it has nothing to do with pushing of money into their own pocket, they don't care about how Nigerians feel. They don't care about what people talk, what people say about them. Are you telling me that it is right for them to keep extending? Check the bills that they passed. Check those budgets that have been implemented that you and I know. The bills that have been implemented, the ones that have been implemented. Check them if they have anything important to fix Nigeria, or it is about their pocket and what they will benefit. It is, it's appalling. And if you ask me, the president and whoever that knows, even the ministries are not working. I told you before that it is only one ministry, I am sure, in Nigeria that has been working. And that ministry is not just a ministry. It's like a ministry that looks like a state. Yes. And that is the reason why it is working. Other ministries, if they are interested, you have brought up maybe you have mapped out the things that are needed in that budget. And if truly you have mapped them out, you have furnished them with the information that are required. What is the delay about? What is the extension about? They should tell us what it is, what the reasons are, not to tell us that because this one happened. No, they should tell us. They should be specific on the reason why there is this extension.
Okay, if I may refer back, Tajuddin Abbas said it's for the 2025 budget. The extension of the budget is to make sure that it's been sufficiently implemented, like following due adequate processes in that instance to make sure that the allocations will get to the right ministries, right departments, the right agencies. Then the president on his other side said he wanted to enable that, make sure that the executive arm will complete their due processes. You know, some will argue that these reasons of the extensions are not justifiable. There are some things that are really arguable because most of these departments and ministries could be lacking on the parts of the yet to be implemented budget in that instance. But what do we have to say in that instance, especially when the president and the National Assembly has taken a decision? Would there be a turnaround on that kind of decision?
Are they telling?
And considering the fact that this is the second time of the change of date.
Are they telling us that those who are in that ministry are incompetent? Are they telling us that those who are in the legislative section are incompetent? Is that what they are telling us? Why hiring such people? If you talk about the ministry, why hiring those who are not qualified? Because if they are qualified, from what you are saying, that they have to meet the standard that would make them want to implement it. Are they telling Nigerians that they are doing man no man in those ministries instead of bringing people who are qualified that can get the necessary required information and sources? Are they telling us that the people who are there are incompetent? No, if you ask me. If it is yes, then why the extension? If they are telling us that they are competent, then they should prove themselves by not allowing a budget that is from last year to be pushed up to this year. And from what I'm seeing, I don't think it will be implemented this year again. Yes, there will be another extension. Watch. So I'm advising them to hire the right people. If there are expertise from outside the country itself, I don't mind, as far as they are going to give us the expected outcome. Whether expertise, yes, if they feel people that are there cannot do it. There are Nigerians who can do these things, but they will not want to hire them because they are not their relatives. They are not their political, they are not political, what they call them. They are not their political subjects.
Did you think there's a motive behind the extension of the state?
There is.
And what could that be?
It's interest. They've not met the part that they want to pad. So I don't want to mention it.
So you do not think, according to what the president has stated, that is to make sure that that facial expression is actually a hilarious one. You do not believe from the side of the president that it's actually for the best of the country, because you have to follow due processes and make sure that the executive arm conducts the necessary.
What are those processes? What are the processes? The processes are this: when you move from the ministry where these budgets are coming from, coming together to bring them, and bringing them together, it's not a so-called, the secretary to the Federation will vet it and look at it. After looking at it, they will now send it to the budgetary. After they will give to the Attorney General. Attorney General will look at it and push back to the president. It's from there that they will now look at it critically and push to these same people. But I know that it's been given to them. What else is remaining? That's why I'm asking you. What else is remaining? They've handed this thing to the legislative section. What is holding it? They should stop telling us. If they want to tell us that there are things they want to pad in order to make it look like it's why they are delaying it, no problem. They should open up and tell Nigerians. But aside that, believe you me, nothing is holding them, except they have incompetent people there.